Have you ever paused for a moment, looked around at the world, and felt a powerful, unexplainable truth rise within you? That you were never meant to simply blend in, because something divine has set you apart for a purpose greater than you can yet comprehend? If you've ever questioned why you feel like an outsider, why your heart responds to the pain of the world in ways others don't seem to notice, or why you carry a wisdom beyond your years, then you may be one of the chosen, those divinely appointed by the hand of grace to walk a sacred path. While others may live by routine, you carry a spiritual compass deep within, pulling you toward a destiny that only you can fulfill. But how can you be certain? How do you recognize the signs that your soul has been marked for something far beyond the ordinary? Let us dive into 7 profound indicators that reveal whether you are walking the path of a chosen one, and if these truths echo within your spirit, then it's no accident you're here. This message was meant to find you. Mark 1. A divine knowing that cannot be shaken. From a very young age, there has been a mysterious but undeniable awareness within you, a sacred inner voice whispering that your existence holds a deeper meaning than what meets the eye. Even when the world dismissed your dreams or when logic and reason told you to turn back, there remained within you a spiritual clarity, a holy certainty that guided you through confusion and darkness. You do not follow where the crowd walks, because your soul refuses to walk paths not lit by truth. You trust in this unseen force, and that trust, born not from the mind but from the spirit, is the divine compass that leads you closer each day to your heavenly calling. Mark 2. Trials that refined, not destroyed you. While many around you may seem to drift through life untouched, your journey has been marked by deep valleys, stormy nights, and losses that threatened to break you, yet they never did. These weren't just random difficulties. They were spiritual initiations tailor-made for your growth by the divine hand of God. Through every betrayal, every fall, and every tear-stained prayer, something within you grew stronger, more resilient, more attuned to the divine. You have walked through fire and emerged not burned, but purified, because chosen ones are never destroyed by hardship. They are strengthened by it. Mark 3. A sacred solitude that often felt like loneliness. You've often found yourself in rooms full of people yet feeling completely unseen, completely unknown. You've questioned why it's so hard to connect, why your soul seems to live on a different frequency. But this distance isn't a flaw, it's preparation. God sets apart those He calls, and separation is often the first sign of elevation. The ache you feel is not isolation, but incubation. And as you continue to rise into your purpose, your true spiritual family, those who understand your depth and speak your soul's language, will begin to appear like light in the darkness. Mark 4. A supernatural link with the divine realm. There are moments when the veil between the physical and the spiritual seems thin for you, when repeating numbers, prophetic dreams, and divine synchronicities seem to appear with uncanny precision. These are not random coincidences, but holy confirmations that heaven is watching, guiding, and orchestrating every step you take. You are not walking alone. Angels surround you. The voice of God whispers through signs only your spirit can interpret. When others ignore these moments, you receive them as sacred instructions from a higher dimension, and that's because your soul is attuned to a divine frequency few can understand. Mark 5. An unyielding vision that pierces illusion. While others are content to accept the surface of things, you see the truth that lies beneath. You discern hidden motives, sense deception even when it's well disguised, and recognize when people or systems are operating in darkness, no matter how shiny they appear. This isn't just a skill, it's a spiritual gift. The world cannot deceive a soul that walks in the light. You've questioned norms, challenged narratives, and refused to accept anything that doesn't resonate with the truth that lives in your heart. And once you've seen what lies beyond the veil, you can never return to blindness. Mark 6. The soul's relentless urge to fulfill a higher calling. There are individuals whose very presence radiates an energy so profound that it stirs something dormant within those around them. An unspoken invitation to wake up, to rise, and to remember who they truly are beneath the layers of fear and forgetfulness. If you've ever noticed that your mere existence inspires people to see life differently or compels them to embark on a path of self-discovery, it's not coincidence. It's a reflection of the sacred contract your soul made long before you were born. You are not content with merely passing through life, existing from day to day without direction or depth. There's a yearning within you, a quiet yet persistent whisper from the soul, that keeps calling you toward something greater, something more meaningful, something that feels like home. Even if you haven't fully figured out what your mission is, you can't escape the sense that you are meant to touch lives, to be a source of hope, light, and transformation. Perhaps you've noticed how effortlessly people turn to you in times of emotional chaos, seeking comfort or understanding. Maybe you found yourself guiding others through their storms, not because you were trained to do so, but because it's written into the very fabric of your being. That natural ability to uplift, to comfort, and to inspire isn't something you learned, it's something you remembered. It comes from lifetimes of wisdom embedded in your soul. This isn't a random occurrence or some accidental trait. The ability you have to lift the energy in a room, to realign others with hope, and to be a beacon in their darkness is a clear indication that your soul carries the frequency of healing and guidance. This is your sacred assignment, a divine task encoded into your very existence. And the more you trust that inner impulse, the feeling that you're meant for something far greater than ordinary life, the more you will begin to see the path unfold with clarity and purpose. You were never meant to blend in. You were chosen to stand out, to stand up, and to lead others into their own awakening, not through force but through your very essence, your energy, your words, and your compassion. Mark 7. The indestructible strength hidden within your scars. One of the most striking characteristics of those who are chosen is their remarkable ability to endure hardship, pain, and overwhelming pressure without allowing their spirit to be extinguished. Life, in all its unpredictability, has thrown waves of challenge after challenge your way, yet you continue to rise, not broken but reborn each time, carrying more wisdom and deeper strength than before. Where others may have faltered, giving in to despair or losing themselves in the chaos, you have somehow found a way to not only survive but to transform your wounds into wisdom. Every painful experience, every moment of loss or betrayal, became a hidden teacher, leading you to uncover depths of resilience you never imagined existed within you. Your strength is not defined by your ability to avoid struggle, but by the grace and purpose with which you rise each time you fall. What others view as setbacks, you've learned to see as sacred stepping stones, moving you closer to who you were always meant to become. You have alchemized suffering into strength, turning pain into purpose in ways that only the truly chosen can. Resilience for you is not merely about bouncing back. It's about ascending, evolving, and emerging stronger each time life tests your limits. It is a divine indicator that you are being prepared for a mission that only someone with your courage, endurance, and inner fire could ever fulfill. And when you begin to truly recognize just how much you've overcome, when you honor the battles you've silently fought and the victories you've claimed without applause, you will begin to understand just how powerful you really are. You are not just surviving this world, you are being refined by it, made into the person who can carry light even through the darkest of places. A final reflection: are you one of the chosen? Now that the 7 profound markers of a chosen soul have been revealed, take a moment to look within and ask yourself, how many of these signs do you see in your own life story? If you felt a stirring in your heart as these truths were spoken, if you sensed a deep recognition as if the words were pulling you back to something you already knew, then understand this: you are not walking this path by mistake. You are not here by accident. The universe is patiently waiting for you to rise into your power, to step into the role your soul was always meant to play. You have been called, not once but repeatedly, by the quiet nudges of your intuition, the persistent whispers of your spirit, and the signs that have shown up again and again. But the real question now is not whether you're chosen. The real question is, are you ready to accept the mission you were born to fulfill? If this message has echoed in the chambers of your heart, then take it as a sacred confirmation that your journey is only just beginning. The time has come to walk with intention, speak with purpose, and live with the knowing that you were made for more. Best wishes on your path of awakening and divine transformation. Your light is needed now more than ever.